Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday afternoon. I get to stream this day later in the day. So here we go. We're gonna take a look outside and show you how hot it is. 89 degrees, winds at 13. Got a little breeze out there today for sure. I noticed that one this morning as those trees were swaying in the wind, and it helps the cut the humidity just maybe a tiny bit with the haze and clouds out there. Dew points at 73. It's still hot, but it's not peak summer nastiness. So, what do we have going on? Well, I'll tell you what. We have crazy stuff going on all to our north. This is staying up there for now. Had one storm try to get going out there around Sam Rayburn. Actually, that's around Lake Livingston. That one has since given up. But last night, man, we had a long track supercell go from northern Oklahoma through northern Arkansas into Tennessee, produced lots of tornadoes, lots of crazy damage. I believe it was in Claremore, Oklahoma, a KOA campground was hit, and I really feared the worst out of that. I haven't heard of fatalities from that, but it was scary to see that. We used to go around the country in a camper this time of year, and we would stay in a hotel if anything looked like it was going to be severe, because those campers can't handle it. But you see the severe stuff is going on to our northeast now. Looks like another wave will form to our north, and then that severe risk comes down into our area tomorrow, though I think it's pretty low. Temperatures right now are in the upper 80s and lower 90s. We already went through that, so not anything too off the wall there. Still only 80 by 10 o'clock. Now, we do have a cold front that's going to kind of leak through the area and give us a little bit of a cool down, but we'll take what we can get as we head into June. Upper 80s to mid 90s right now across the state, and tonight we cool off very slowly. It looks like lows in the mid 70s. Some folks down south of I-10 may stay above 80, and then tomorrow we get back up into the 90s, or near 90 at least. Now, we have a marginal risk for severe weather, but look at this. Now, there's not much showing up on the high-res models, and they actually had a level 2 risk, that slight risk this morning, and they peeled that back. So they took that out of the area, took us back to a level 1, and I agree, just because there's not going to be a lot of coverage with these storms. It looks like we may see one or two in northeast Louisiana tonight, and then tomorrow you can see, this is our morning run. We get a couple that pop up, but these are not looking like they are going to be terribly widespread, perhaps a couple storms beyond that, but we're going to see those rain chances coming up in the future here, and I'll show you that in a second. But there is still that severe threat. Now, again, if you're traveling this far, you're probably already there, but it looks like another pretty big severe weather outbreak from Nashville to Evansville, Sikeston, Missouri. They got hit last night. Some of these areas that got hit last night could get doubled up on and get hit again today, but that severe threat stays north of I-20, so we are in the clear until tomorrow when we could get a few more storms. But it has been very rough. It's been a really rough season, and here's what we're looking at for the next several days. This is the GFS model. This is your one model run. This is not the ensembles, but there is some agreement here, so I figured I'd take a look and show you what's going on. Into Monday, we get those scattered storms out of this. You can see how they kind of pop up, and then, as is typical this time of year, a lot of this is driven by daytime heating, but we will still see some upper support. So look at the time there, Wednesday, 2 a.m. It shows that these storms could still stick around into the overnight hours, and then just the timing's going to be tough. We're going to have to take these one at a time, but I think scattered waves of storms are going to be possible right on into the weekend. And with each wave, there will be some sort of severe threat. And our rain probabilities are coming up. Our rain totals are coming up as well. As has been typical, it's going to be a little less down south. We're going to see a little more up to the north, especially as you get into northeast Texas. But showers and thunderstorms are quite likely for us across the area for the next several days. It's not going to be an everyday thing. It's not going to be a widespread deal where we're all seeing heavy rain like we saw in the last months, where we would get 10 inches out of one system, but there will be those scattered showers and storms that are going to add up because they are going to be loaded with moisture. Here is that 7-day forecast, and I'll tell you what, if you see all those 80s instead of 90s this time of year, you're doing okay, and typically it's going to be because of cloud cover. So some scattered storms possible Monday and Tuesday, more isolated, I'd say, but Wednesday seems to be jumping out as our most likely day to see some heavier rainfall. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you see those rain chances. I bumped them up a bit into the 40 to 60% range from Wednesday through Sunday. That cloud cover keeps us most likely below 90. Overnight lows will come back up into the 70s, but a little less humidity, a little nicer temperature-wise, a little nicer feel to things there for the middle and end of the week, perhaps. And then looking way out into the future, like we like to take a glance at, looks like we're around or slightly above normal as the warmth starts to build back in, and we keep rain chances around. I've really noticed on ensembles here as we head through the next couple of weeks. We've replaced what looked like a pretty dry period with a wetter time. So hopefully we got enough dry for everybody to get all the work done, get all the, in the fields and everything, get all the soybeans and cotton and all that planted. And now they could probably use rain. At least some of them could. So we don't want to get too much or too little of a good thing. It's a tough balance in Louisiana. You guys know that. Everybody knows that lives down here. If you're just moving here, it's pretty wild. You're gonna see that quickly. And it's gonna be hot for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. All right, I'm gonna get out of here for today. Have a great Sunday, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning.